Hello everyone and welcome to Q&A number 2. The last one I filmed was over 496 days ago, at least when I'm filming this. When I released this, it could be 497, I don't know. All I know is that when I first released the one, it was September 29th, 2020. It's about time I make the sequel, because now I have the time to actually go through these questions, and don't mind asking questions for part 3 as well, because there's only one question ready to go in there, and let's just get right into it. You're going to already see how out of date this is. First question from Golden Nuclear: why do you hate your hair? Seriously, you can see how out of date it is. You can see my old logo. Why do I hate my hair? Well, yeah, this time I kept it. But this is around the time when the sideburns weren't going deep, or the mustache, so I just kind of sticked with just having no hair and all that, and honestly, it really looked awful. So the answer to the question is, I guess I had to grow to actually like my hair now. Question number 2 from Dominic: what YouTubers inspired you to start YouTube? Well, that's a great question, actually. When it came towards, there is some YouTubers that did inspire me. Not specifically YouTube, but they definitely inspired me to pursue things that would kind of eventually creep up my YouTube career, like Stampy Longnose. That guy, that right there, it's so sad he lost his popularity. Like, he's not like #1 anymore. I don't think dreams to be in that position. If you guys want to see a video on YouTubers I find overrated or YouTubers I don't like, tell me down below, because trust me, I'll go all out on YouTubers I don't like. And it's nothing personal. Yet. But, really thinking about it, there is some YouTubers that come to my mind. There's this one YouTuber who used to do like Lego Spongebob videos, kind of like story-like type of thing. I know I got inspired by that. I didn't start filming until like 2014, when it was kind of just given to me, and I'm thinking, oh, I can actually upload videos here. That's one of the YouTubers I know that inspired me. I know YouTubers that further inspired me definitely were Mark and Jacksepticeye, though I'm not really a big fan of Jacksepticeye anymore, but those two definitely were somewhat of a helping hand. But really, it just kind of came into my own type of thing, because really, on the top of my mind, I can't think of a YouTuber that really pushed me to going to the top. So really, you can take the dose of what I said there. Question number 3 from Gold, because favorite wrestling match, favorite football game. Oh boy, howdy, favorite wrestling match. Oh, now obviously it's this obvious Taker, Michaels, Austin and Rock. I'm gonna take the obvious ones out of play. It doesn't always have to be a 5-star classic. This match is my personal favorite because the amount of times I watched it on the DVD. Triple H versus The Rock on Backlash 2000. Oh, this match is fucking amazing. This match is like a 2.25 or 4.5. Yeah, it's not a 5-star match, but possibly just based on biases I may go high with it. But no, this is one of my personal favorite matches because I absolutely loved that Rock DVD, and that's the match I watched the most, and I can never ever change that match from being one of my all-time favorites, man. The crowd, Stone Steve Austin's return, The Rock, what he did to be championship, when he should have won at WrestleMania 2000. Imagine the pop there, man. Not a Backlash, but gosh, it also one of the best pay-per-views of all time, too, man. Like, that whole entire show was amazing, but that main event, oh, it's so good. Seriously, that is definitely one of my favorite matches of all time, personally. Football game. Oi, 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 oi. Should we avoid Chargers games? Because if we're going to talk about Charger games I've seen live, it's definitely a toss-up between the 49ers game where the Chargers made a 21-point comeback, or the one the week previous when they made a 13-point comeback with like 4 minutes left against the Ravens. It's a toss-up between those two games. Really, if we're talking live Charger fans, love those games. But all-time NFL game? Wow. That is a lot to think on, because seriously, there's a lot of great football games out there. Putting Super Bowl in the equation, definitely Super Bowl 49 or 52. Both were fantastic Super Bowls. If we take that out of the equation as well, definitely regular season options. Oh yeah, there's a lot of great regular season games out there, but which one stands out? Definitely 49ers and Seahawks from 2019. That game had every fucking thing in the book. Definitely, middle ground. Shootout, kinda. Not really. That wasn't a shootout. But you know what I mean. So those are some games, definitely, to pick from. But I guess I gotta go with 49ers and Chargers from 2014. Because you never have that feeling of live. When it's live, man, that shit hits different. And you know, as a Chargers fan, I don't get to experience glory days like this. Because Gold, oh, he gets this all the time with the Saints. Question number 4 from Dominic, and he has a whole lot of questions here. Favorite Rustler? Ooh, nah, easy. The Rock. Come on. Rock's always going to be my all-time favorite. Never going to change. Rock is always going to be my number 1. Obviously, number 2 would be Taker, because, well, Taker. Favorite YouTuber currently? Honestly, I don't got one. The funny thing is, when this video came, I did actually film a Q&A too. It's probably way lost now, and I don't have the footage anymore. I actually did have a YouTuber. Right now, I don't got one. Honestly, YouTube is really down bad when it comes towards good YouTubers right now. Though some are rising. Some are rising like Linefield, and this one guy, Brent Tellick, he's kind of alright. Another guy is kind of like Brent Tellick, but he's actually doesn't just laugh at every single picture thing. There's YouTubers that are rising, but I don't got a favorite one. I truly don't have a favorite YouTuber right now. Really, if I have a favorite YouTuber that I personally contact with, I would say the McBlokes, because they're fantastic people and you should join the server. And that's not a question, that's a demand. But, yeah, no, I don't got a favorite YouTuber, honestly. Currently, favorite wrestling match, I stated Rock versus Triple H. When did I start YouTube? Started YouTuber October 6, 2014 on the channel Ping Ping. That's now called You Mom. Thanks, Taylor. Favorite YouTube video? Ooh, la la la. That's a good question. The funny thing is, I also had an answer for this as well around that time, and honestly, I regret the answer. Ooh, favorite video. Truthfully, if we're gonna, you know, because I don't got one. I really don't. I don't sit here and think, ooh, I have this video I really love. But definitely a video that gives you a kick in the ass is definitely a video where you see you accomplish something without actually accomplishing it. It's definitely going to be the McKee's days of the McBloke channel, where I got a shout out, and honestly, really thinking about that. One of my favorite videos, because honestly, I look at that and I look and I see I got that shout out and I did not earn that shit at all. All I did was just spam. You know, really, if I look at that, that's a video that motivates me to not be a dumbass anymore and actually fight for the stuff, you know, I do. So, yeah, that's the best answer I can give for that one. Favorite SpongeBob episode? Oh, you know it, Snowball Effect. Obviously, a lot of people say Band Geeks, and I can't disagree with that either, but Snowball Effect, man, that episode always makes me laugh. That episode's fucking hilarious. Seriously, season 1 through 3, you can pick any episode, but that one right there, that one's so good for me. It had such great moments with it, with Patrick throwing the snowball into the fire, the whole entire scene with them portraying different characters as well. It's like, I want to be Mr. Krabs. Why? I don't know, I just want to be Mr. Krabs. It's so good. And then the ending with Squidward going up the thing. Squidward, this is the old Squidward days that were so good. SpongeBob, it's not bad now. In fact, I think SpongeBob now is in a lot better position than it was before. We're getting a lot more decent episodes than bad, so I'll take that any day. And favorite SpongeBob character? Squidward. I mean, come on. Gotta relate with the guy. Question number 5, coming from BHB Destroyer BHB. Why do I think it's BHB Destroyer? Fuck me. But worst Squidward torture episode. I stick by it. Smoothie Jazz and Bikini Bottom. Alright, I know there's a lot more worse ones, but this one right here, this one pisses me off genuinely. Squidward just wants to go to a concert, man, to see basically his idol, which is like, you know, Kelpie G, which is Kenny G for us. And Squidward, Patrick eats the passes, and then SpongeBob calls, friend. SpongeBob's just an annoying dumbass. Patrick's there, eats the other passes. SpongeBob in the end ends up on the stage with his stupid ukulele. It's just, ugh. Poor Squidward. But guess what? Recently they had a redemption episode. Squidward got to play the clarinet of another idol of his and actually got complimented by them. I mean, he had a moment where everyone ran away, but, you know, Squidward actually got a happy moment. And I actually appreciate the newer seasons of SpongeBob because it's less Squidward torture episodes, and actually, in some cases, Squidward's kind of justified. Not Ink Black Lemonade, no, or Ink Lemonade, whatever it was called. That was bad. But besides that, you know, it could get a lot worse. Favorite John Cena match? Ooh, I know everyone says CM Punk. Great match, but not my favorite. I have to say the CM Punk match on Raw 2013. That match is so fucking good. Winner takes on The Rock at WrestleMania 29. Such a good match. Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that match right there. I seen that match live 9 years ago. Holy shit, that was 9 years ago. Wow. Yeah, 9 years ago, and yeah, what a classic. That has got to be one of my all-time favorite John Cena matches. Question number 6 now goes back to Dominic. First for a wrestling one. What is your wrestling Mount Rushmore, if you have one? I definitely do have one. It's been a long time since I've thought on it, so this one could be very much inaccurate. But I base it off a generation thing, you know? Who set a new pioneer for wrestling? So definitely number 1 would be Bruno Sammartino. He is definitely the one that outstands from the classic era of wrestling. As much as I don't like the guy, Hulk Hogan, you know, that I'm meaning that how much I don't like the guy is Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan definitely was the man that stood out from the classic era of WWE. He is the one that is definitely the face of that era. Number 3 has got to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. He changed WWE for the better. He took WWE out of the range of fucking what is it? You know, the classic era, its attitude era, and WWE never looked back until 2008. But they never looked back for 11 years. And then number 4 would probably have to be John Cena. Now, like I said, I may be way off my Mount Rushmore from the last time I did one, because I don't think this is accurate enough, but based off my mind, it's who set, you know, a generation. And John Cena, he definitely did. You know, he carried the company on his back for so long. Like the rest of these guys. All these guys put the companies on their back. Austin is the shortest one, but in that short amount of time, the amount of fucking pops he got, oh my god. You can't go against that. Seriously, you can't. So definitely those 4 right there. And for the 7th and final question, how did you learn to edit videos? Oh boy. Now this is a much shorter Q&A. The funny thing is, I think there's a lot more questions. Like I said, don't mind asking questions down below. Now I can speak freely with my hands. Surprised I didn't drop the computer. But yeah. Oh, how did I learn to edit videos? This is a fun question. This happened by accident, really. So for the longest time I did live streaming, and a video you're going to see here soon. 8 videos I regret making. You're going to really hear why I hate live streaming, so I'm not going to say anything based off of that. Yes, I'm pre-recording a lot of good videos for you, so please watch them. But yes, so around 2018 or 2019, what was it, 2008? 2018, 2019, I started to transition into recording, but not really editing. The most editing I would do would be on Share Factory, and the thing with Share Factory is I was fucking limited. I could only, you know, use up to 50 clips, and I didn't have certain effects to use and all that. Though editing on the PS4, I mean, basically I was just cutting clips short, though there's one Until Dawn episode where I just used text, and trust me, I could definitely do better with text now. But, yeah, that's where the editing really started going for me. It was definitely the most frustrating days, and there'd be times where I spend way too long of a time editing stuff, to the point I'm staying up at like 4 or 5. It was not healthy at all, you know, in those days for me. But really, where it really started to get pushing is when I got a computer, or when I found my computer. It's not this one right here. That's a new one. It's the one that's in this container over here, which has, by the way, the bloopers to the original triggering video. And I'm debating whether that should be the 200 subscriber special. That's a question I got towards y'all. What do you think the 200 subscriber special should be? Because if not, I'll release that footage for you all for the 200 subscribers special. Because I think it's great. Though it has a blooper in there I need to cut out because questionable dialogue. But you know, is what it is. What is it? Yeah, so when I pulled that computer out, I seen an editing app in there that was free, but, you know, if I wanted other features, I had to pay $20 for like 1 year around, or just all together, and it's not like monthly play, or something like that, I don't know. Either way, I got the full paying $20. Not bad, actually, for an editing app. Soon we'll find out maybe that is bad. But Anymotion's not a bad app to start with. I got to do things I got to do. But here's the thing. After a while, I started turning out that I was very limited. But I was doing a lot more than just cutting clips. I was adding some effects. The one video where you can definitely see the effects is the first few videos on Hello Face. You can tell where, in fact, the whole entire Hello Face channel is my days with Animocho. And some videos on the Nielsen channel here, you can really see where the days of Animocho came into play, and you can tell I'm struggling because I want to do certain things, but I can't because, well, Animocho is very limited. After a while, I needed to move on from Animocho. I did Animocho for like a year or months, I don't know. All I know is around October, November 2020, that's where I found DaVinci Resolve. And wow, for an app that's for free, obviously if you get the studio version it's like $300. No, there's a little bit more things to get, but honestly I can live without having those things, and if I did really want to pay that much money for the studio version, I'd use my own money. But wow, here's the thing, when I first edited on DaVinci, it was so aggravating. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. There's still some things in there that I still am figuring out, especially in the the one phase where the Delta Keyer, trying to cut out backgrounds for videos, because I really want to try that stuff, but that's still a little bit of a slog for me, but I can make good thumbnails, so hey, you know, it doesn't really matter. Plus, we're trying to go towards the calmer days of YouTube. But yeah, so we then edited some videos there. I know one of my videos was Five Nights at Freddy's. It was like a 20-minute video. Took me so long to edit that. In fact, I never it took me like 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes to add the most simplest picture that has an effect to it, because it was to a Five Nights at Freddy's recording when I used to do gaming, and whoo, boy howdy, I could do that under a minute now, maybe under 5. That seriously, it was that simple. But for me, that was complicated. And I know that Five Nights at Freddy's video I made and edited when I did all the posts thing and all that, and let it upload or let it process, some error happened, and that almost made me quit. It did, because everything I just did there meant nothing, and it didn't save, because I know the save button, which I spammed the hell out of Control S after doing the most smallest effects. Seriously, always save your work. No matter how stupid it may be, save it, because you learned a lesson like I did. And yeah, and then when that happened, it sucked, But I started getting a little bit better on DaVinci. I kind of stayed off of it a little bit, but then the thing that really pushed me to getting better on DaVinci was with Raw and SmackDown series me and Gold did. That's the series where I started, using DaVinci a lot more, because the thing is, I can edit videos. I don't have to edit videos every single day. I can go once every single little while when it comes toward editing, but with Raw SmackDown, there's 2 things to do every single week, or, in some cases probably 3 or 4, either way. I don't always have to edit video. You've seen the Raw and SmackDown videos that basically were just shitpost, but, basically I had to edit something every single week, so that I had to get better with DaVinci. And you could tell where I was starting to get used to some controls with the fast text coming up, the picture zooming in and out way too frequently. You could tell where I got better with DaVinci from the first episode to the first 2 episodes to the last 2 episodes of the Raw SmackDown series. And obviously there's stuff in between where you can see it gradually growing. But it was a growing process. And with that, it helped me get better with doing other videos. In other videos where I was trying these things out, I implemented it into Raw and SmackDown series. And honestly, the Raw and SmackDown series, one of my most proudest series. There's another series I was really proud of. Not going to mention it because it'll be in the another video. But this is my most proudest series, and a series that's going to stick on YouTube for the rest of time. And I will be proud to present that, because like me and Gold did, and I'm very much proud of what happened there. And yeah, then, that just happened for the rest of 2021. I definitely really want to test out my editing skills when it comes towards this big project. I'm still working on the script for it, because the original draft was alright, but not perfect. Right now I'm trying to make it into something that's just really unique. I might not push it to be this big video, but I definitely want to test myself when it comes to editing. And in fact, there's a video coming out later this month, if not March, that's really going to test me. It's a McBloke video, specifically towards McBlokes. I'm not going to say what it really is, but definitely a video that's going to test me out when it comes to editing. And you'll see in one video where my testing is kind of getting into play. And yeah, that's how I learned to do editing. For me, as a YouTuber, the thing is, if you're ever going to improve on YouTube and you really want to get better with editing, you really want to push up there, you got to push for it yourself. I mean, some people can't because of time, but it's like, if you really want to accomplish something, you got to push for it yourself. I mean, yeah, don't ever mind having for a helping hand. And I know other people will help you out because they really care, and I do appreciate JT for doing that. That's why we're at 183 finally. I was getting sick and tired of looking at 173 and 170. It was annoying. But if you really want to get better, you got to do it yourself. You got to push for it. I mean, here's the thing. You'll get the help, yes, but the only person that can go up there is by helping yourself. And I have not been doing that as of recently for myself. So that's why I filmed this. It's been long overdue to film a video like this. Sound like one of those influencers that are probably just speaking shit out of their mouth. I don't know. But all I want you guys to know is if you really want to push for something, push for it. Because trust me, this right here, you know, it may look hard. Alright, if you really want to pursue editing, it's going to look hard. Just get the right app. And I say DaVinci's the right app for you. Because you got everything you need and boom. I'm never going to change. That's forever going to be the app I use. As soon as I move to Studio, then it's, you know, really going to be the one I use full time. It's one of those things where you got to teach yourself over time, and it'll become the most simplest thing in the world. And that's really all I got to say. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed this. I know it's a long overdue sequel, and some of these things are really out of date, but I think I did good. Anyways, tell me some questions down below for Q&A 3. Peace out.